Next name and face already appeared on the screen. So thank you, Philip. And yeah, next I want to welcome on stage Stanislav Bondarenko, who's working for the Lufthansa Innovation Hub. The title of your presentation will be Building Swifty, the first autonomous AI assistant in the travel industry. And yeah, you are the founder of Swifty, actually. It's the first autonomous AI assistant in the travel industry. Additionally, you are also part of the founder and residence program at the Lufthansa Innovation Hub. So the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. I hope everybody has high energy levels because it will be quite exciting. So this is Swifty, and a little bit about me. I'm the founder of Swifty. Also, we are backed by Lufthansa Innovation Hub. This is one of the leading travel tech incubators in the world. Before that, some lead roles at Get Your Guide and management consultant role at BCG and McKinsey. But this is not about me, this is about Swifty. So I'll tell you a bit first what it is, and then we'll dive deeper into tech, because I guess that would be more interesting. So Swifty is an AI business travel assistant that has a very simple premise. It helps you book your business trip in just 5 minutes. So you can chat with it like you would with your executive assistant. And you can book flights and hotels with it, ask any questions about them, choose from 3 options instead of hundreds, and then access your travel documents and receipts in one place. But what's so special about it is that unlike other plugins that you might have seen from OpenAI, Expedia, and Kayak, unlike the travel assistant that you might see elsewhere, ours takes actions for you. So you can delegate the work of choosing your trip to it, and it will book it for you. It will not link you out. It will not just recommend the itinerary. It will orchestrate the full process from the beginning to end, including invoicing, payment, and all of that. And let me tell you how we achieved that. So we started building it in April, and we've been live for about a month right now. And we are the first autonomous AI assistant in the travel industry. There are 2 big components in it. The first one is a large language model-based travel agent. So it is, and the second one is an online booking engine in the back. And regarding the large language model-based travel agent, it is model agnostic. So it's currently based on GPT-4 for the MVP, but the model is swappable. And in case we feel like there's a higher performing model, e.g. from Anthropic or Llama, or we want to go into our own hosted model, we can easily do that. Next thing that I already mentioned is that it autonomously handles travel planning, booking, and payment. And here, Swifty knows the stage that the user is in based on their inputs. So we have a structured flow of conversation, but not like the traditional chatbot, where you go from one section conversation to another by the binary tree, so you answering yes or no, but rather it understands whether it should still be in the same step of conversation or the next one based on the intent from the user. Maybe I'll explain a bit more how it works. So when the user is performing their search intent, so they are telling, okay, I want to go to Berlin from Barcelona in these dates, this is still the intent collection stage. Then if the user starts to confirm his first intent and starts to express his preferences, this is what you would have as filtering in your regular OTA. And then finally, when the search results have happened and the user has confirmed in any shape or form they have confirmed that they are willing to go with the search, we go into the confirmation and booking phase. And the model triggers the pieces of code that then execute the action. So it does not, the large language model does not execute action itself, it orchestrates the process. We have achieved this agency using LangChain. So probably you know it's a Python library that is one of the leading in terms of working and embedding the language models. We have built in the conversation scenario, and we have done it with prompt injections as well. And in addition to that, to make it accurate and reliable, we have introduced the rule-based validation layers. So for example, a user might want to fly anywhere, or they might want to search via pool or parking for their hotel. Well, if we do not support one of those filters, we have to get back to user and say to them, hey, could you please adjust your request to include the parameters that are actually available. And based on those parameters, we form an API file, and we send that to our hotel and flight partners. I'll tell about those in a second. Another important thing about rule-based validation layers is that we don't want users to, I don't know, try to reverse engineer the model, try to have a relationship with it, try to go to Jupyter or any other funny things. We wanted to have only travel-related context, and validation helps a lot there. And we are improving that every day to... There's one method of validation, for example, where you could use a less powerful language model. For example, you could use GPT 3.5 to validate the message from the GPT-4 because it's very good at parsing the user data. Next part is online booking engine. And there we have partnered with hotel and flight API providers. And we have custom built our search ranking and filtering. So this is about the online booking engine. So we have a lot of partnerships that we've managed to generate. First of them, of course, Lufthansa Group. That is a travel tech incubator that opens a lot of doors for us in the travel industry. So for example, one thing we got is the travel tech expertise. Lufthansa Innovation Hub allows us to understand how to build really fast the online booking engine because they have done that several times. And they have enabled the partnership with Expedia, for example, which gives us access to 600,000 properties, which gives us an affiliate program. And on the flight side, we are partnered with Duffel, that gives us access to majority of airlines globally. So we are not only connected to a Lufthansa flight, but almost every flight out there. And in the travel industry, you might know this if somebody's familiar, that inventory is the king. And it's really important what the customer has access to. And so our strength is not only in the interface that customer communicates with, but also what they can book with that. We do not only want to stop there. So currently it is rather an MVP, which gives us an opportunity to get to the first customers. We have been live and we generated the first bookings, but we want to be a ultimate travel assistant first. So to integrate expense, travel policies, to go and integrate more multimodal travel methods like train, taxi, scooters. And we don't want to stop there, but we also want to become a personal assistant for every business traveler out there. So a function that was previously only accessible to executives and partners in large companies, we want to democratize that and have a sales manager of a startup have the same power and same capabilities and save a lot of time for them. And we plan to introduce that by including features like reserving restaurants via, for example, OpenTable, ordering various services like gifts printing, or even scheduling meetings with calendar integrations. What is interesting about the chat interface in this context, and you could then try to apply that to every other industry, is that you do not have to add new tabs. You do not have to add new buttons. You do not have to overcomplicate your interface. Your customers can just ask and you will get back to them. So this is a very, very cool innovation about this natural language interface. And also it is very easy for any audience to learn how to use it. So we want to capitalize on that and then democratize the personal AI assistants. So this is how it looks like. We had a quick demo planned, but unfortunately it's not available right now. And I would urge everyone to just go and try it out for yourself. So it is pretty simple. You just tell Swifty what you want to do, and then it will guide you in the process. So maybe I will just give the link, the QR codes for you to try it out. If you want to book your trip, feel free to do so. You can also follow us on LinkedIn for the updates. And yeah, happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Stanislav. And we have 9 or 8 minutes left now for you to ask questions. Yeah, to scan the QR code, of course, in the end then. But first, yeah, feel free to ask any questions you have now.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. Really interesting topic. Yeah, I want to know, how are you exactly using the LLM there? Are you using it to identify the intents and then classify the request, or are you actually trying to use it as an answer?
So it serves multiple purposes, and thank you for your question. It serves multiple purposes. First of all, it is the main interface. So it is responsible for all the communication with the customer and processing anything that they get to us. Second is indeed the intent extraction. So what LLM can do is it can get the structured information from the customer's unstructured message, and you can either transform them into the JSON file and send them via API. You can understand is that there is an intent to, for example, generate an invoice and trigger a certain method. So we use it for both conversation and intent instruction. And in addition to that, it also orchestrates the process. So when it converses with the customer, it tries to understand in which phase of the conversation it's in and what are the steps that are there. I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Yeah, sure. No, we do not have a decision tree per se. We use, so essentially how it works in the code base is there is prompt instructions. There are essentially when moving from stage to stage. And when any intent is recognized by the LLM, the prompt instruction changes. So it knew that it now was responsible for example, getting the basic travel dates and destinations. Now it knows that it's responsible for collecting preferences. Now it knows that it's responsible for asking questions. And it's not a logical tree because it can jump from any step to other step without hesitation. It's not like you have to complete this step as in the regular chatbot. Happy to.
More questions?
Yeah. So at the moment, our business model is the affiliate program. So this is a standard model for the B2C travel booking tools that if you go on booking.com, if you go on the flight aggregators, this is the business model that they have. However, once we introduce the expanded travel features and the enterprise suite, we are going towards the B2B segment. And then we can go with the SaaS model, where we will charge a commission and subscription for the added value that we provide to the business customers that we have. However, for that, we need to build on top of the product that we have right now. And this is our current focus right now to enhance the business model that we have.
Further questions? All right. Doesn't seem to be the case. Then you will be around for later conversations now. Still great. Then thank you again, Stanislav. And yeah, the applause is for you again.
Thank you so much.